Okay. Mic check. Let me actually make sure that my my audio always switches back and forth. I think we're good to go, from what I can tell from the settings. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody tonight. What's up, McBride Racing? What's up, Floyd? Got in an accident, huh? Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. You okay? So my car will be going back on jack stands. It's all right, man. Sometimes you gotta, sometimes you fall, bro. Sometimes you fall. You just gotta roll with the mistakes. You know what I mean? At least you're okay. Car parts can be replaced. Cars can be replaced. People can't. You should know that. You should be good to go, Floyd. Just it's gonna be a journey. That's all, man. Anyways, what's going on tonight? It's good to see everybody. What's up, Super Dave? Super Dave in the house. Fox Body John in the house. Hey, what's going on, brother? Just curious. Yeah, you won that Stifler's banner. I don't know if you're going to have to email me again because for some reason, you and the other fellow that won the Tremec banner, I don't know where your addresses are. So email me again, John, if you want, if you would please. What up, Fat Boy Fox? Jimmer Willie in the house. Good to see everybody. Anyways, I just, I had so much going on recently. Trying to keep up with the channel and shit. Let me tell you what, one of the things that actually make me feel better about, when I'm feeling a little down is getting on here and talking some shit with you guys. I mean, it's just kind of like you get into that element of like, you do what you like what you do. You know what I mean? I like to come on live streams and talk some shit with you guys, talk some Fox Body stuff, some car stuff, and kind of like just sitting around shooting the shit. You know what I mean? I try to keep you guys motivated. That's why we brought that video out this past weekend. I'm sorry that's on Saturday. Some of my videos have been a little bit off. It's not that they haven't been done and edited. It's just the timing was off a little bit. We ended up having a lot of, it was Thanksgiving anyways. A lot of my family was sick, so I didn't really get to have a big Thanksgiving with my fam. But you know what? I got to spend some time with my dad and shit, and that meant a lot to me. Like, it's not about like Thanksgiving is a great holiday. It's probably one of my favorite holidays, but I had one side of the family sick, I had another side of the family sick, and the family that we could have traveled a couple hours out of town and met with some of the other family, but it's kind of a little bit too late. My mom and dad are kind of up there in age, so I was like, Dad, let's go wrench on the coupe in the shop, and he's 72, so I can't ask a whole lot from him. So yeah, you got to be optimistic about a shitty situation. And, I got a chance to spend a little bit of time with my dad wrenching on the car, and I haven't done that in many years. So pretty cool. Anyway, leave you guys with that comment. It's pretty cool. So let me catch up. What's up, Bama 50? Handler Motorsports in the house. Big shout out to my sponsors back there on my wall. Tremec Viking, Team Z, Stiflers, McLeod Clutches, and my number one friend and sponsor, Handler Motorsports. Good to see you, brother. Dude, if I worked on my car on Thanksgiving, my wife would kill me. No, I get it, Bobby, man. Let me tell you what. I don't have a wife anymore. She's a great friend of mine. I've been divorced for probably about three and a half years, 4 years now or something like that. Good friend of mine still. The mother of my children. Once fam, always fam, right? So, I have my mom and dad that lives in front of the shop, and it's just like, it's kind of nice because, they were just having a small little Thanksgiving, just him and her. And I'm like, you know what, this would be a good time for, spend some good quality time with my moms and dads. You know what I mean? So I took a lot from that. You know what I mean? Even though it was like a kind of a crappy situation, we took a lot from that. It was pretty dope. What's up, pimp? What's up, Roy? Been hopping to catch you live. Been hoping? What's up, man? I'm trying to get my all my stick shift together for mine. Good luck with that, man. I hope you get your the parts that you need. Stick shift's definitely a different style racing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got you, John. MF Customs in the house. So I want to talk about something real quick. We are going to be doing a collaboration / there's just some shit that you guys need to see here on the channel that this dude right here puts out. And it's already out there on the internet. I don't want to ruin it for you guys here in the live stream. I think you guys are going to be super excited because we're doing some stuff to this car back here coming up next week and the week after. And we got a little bit of collaboration going on. And I think you guys need to see I mentioned something to my members. They kind of know what's going on with it in the channel. Check out the join button, whatever. We always talk a little shit on the side, a little extras. So yeah, got a little stuff to do. Got a little stuff coming, bro. What's up, 417 Fox in the house? He made me this tumbler, by the way. He made me, he makes my hats too. What's happening, Mike? It's good to see you, man. Did you have a good time down at LMR Cruise? 417 Fox is also the guy who makes the heater radio swap. I can't remember what the hell the name is, Mike. The double dim thing. He also makes that. He's the one that invented that. How we doing, Allie Mae? One of our photographers here on the channel. Appreciate you. Mama cooked, didn't she? Man, I should have came. I'm telling you, man, my mom, let me tell you what, she kept it small, though. She cooked. And my mom, like Tony and Tess came up and raced with us 3 or 4 months ago, something like in August. And Hanlon and Zach came up too. And we had this cookout. So, my mom made like all this Thanksgiving stuff, and we took like this much of it for like our little shindig, and she took it all out to my sister who was sick and the family that was all sick out there. She took a whole like Thanksgiving dinner out to her. So my mama can cook some stuff, man, for sure. So yeah, you should have came up, bro. What's up, NJC? Good to see you, bro. What's going on, Dan? Missed a few. Glad to be back. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. It was a blast. I shake and bake. That's what I'm talking about. Shake and bake. We'll be seeing each other soon, bro. We'll be seeing each other soon. I'm gonna have to give you a call. I don't know to get back to you, and I do apologize, Mike, because you don't deserve that. But I didn't get a chance to return my message to you. When it's coyote time, when we get to that point, we'll be talking about the same scenario we were talking about. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what's up. So you guys, did you guys all get to spend some good time with your fam and friends on Thanksgiving? Everybody was safe. Prayers out to Floyd. Floyd, he ended up wrecking his car. His hip hit the roll bar. So y'all keep him in his prayers. I mean, he's good to go. He's fine. He's here in chat, but it's when you wreck your car, it's more than just physical. You know what I mean? It's these cars are like our kids. You know what I mean? You don't want to see them get hurt. So hell yeah. So anyways, so this past weekend, here's the coolest shit. Like, I've been traveling so much this year, and I appreciate you guys on the channel. A lot of the stuff that we do here on the channel with like a lot of the money that we make with these, the ramen noodles money that we make, it goes to travel. And you guys know we travel a lot with racing and no prep, but we don't just do racing. Like we went to Fox Fest in Detroit, which we're going to be doing that again next year, 100%. We went to Ford Takeover, even though that was a race, that was more of an event or whatever. But this past weekend, we went to the swap meet. And the coolest thing is I had no idea I had all these like hotel points. And like, I get there and I got this like free hotel and shit. And I was like, man, I was so excited. I was like, I don't have to pay this $200 hotel bill. I can go down to the swap meet and all I gotta do is get, pay for gas and I, spend the night down there. So we went down there Friday night. And it, mind you, it was a free room because of all the points from traveling, from staying in the same hotels. And the damn water didn't work. I was like, go figure. Like the free room that I get for once, able to like freaking enjoy my, fruits of spoils, whatever you want to call it, whatever that phrase is. The water didn't work. And then the heater started working. I was like, man, this is not a Hilton Garden Inn. So I don't know. I might call and complain and get my points back because that wasn't. I was like, you know what? That's just Murphy's Law, bro. You get it free, shit, you're gonna get the free room, bro. Thanks for stopping by my booth. What's up, Jeremy? By my booth at the swap meet yesterday. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we went to the swap meet. Like, one thing I wanted to mention to you guys about swap meet. And it's no different than when we go out to junkyard digs. If you meet me or see me at a show, the person that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, and the shit you see in the videos, I'm a little more raw here, but I'm the same person. I've never changed anything. That I'm never going to see 100,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm just not that interesting. But I will talk a lot of Fox Body shit and try to actually get you guys motivated to work on your cars, whether it's a Fox Body or not. It's that type of a channel to where I try to lead by example, just much like I do with my kids and my family and my job in real life. But it's really nice to meet people at some of these events and subscribers, because they can you get a chance to shake hands and say hellos and say, hey, the coolest thing is actually hearing somebody say, hey man, I follow you on YouTube. And it's just like, hey man, how you doing? I shake everybody's hands, smile, talk as much as I can. But one of the things about swap meet that I wanted to mention to you guys, and we're going to be talking about that in the video, because I did shoot some video, it's the experience. Like, I know, I get it. You could freaking Google it. You can marketplace it. Oh, you can pretty much find just about any part out there right now. You just by looking pretty much on Facebook Marketplace. Got a little Craigslist in there too. If y'all remember the Craigslist days, man, the Craigslist was fire. But then, Craigslist kind of died off a little bit when they started charging like $5 to put, a damn car ad up. Like, what the hell? Like, it like killed the market. Like, I mean, there's stuff that still goes up, but they charge money for like, putting up like a used car or a roller or a shell or something. I mean, it is what it is, but a lot of the things that, a lot of the Fox bodies I've bought in my past and purchased in my past, and a lot of the car parts, here and there or whatever, it's always wonderful to make like a networking, like a collaboration, like a friendship. I've made so many friendships in the years of the swap meets that I've went to. It's just like an event that, I really hope to see it come back. And it needs to, because it's more than just coming there to buy somebody else's junk. It's not, there's some good shit there. There was a lot of really good stuff there. There was a couple of Dominators I seen there, a couple of Terminator X's. There was a rare Cobra computer that was there with a matching harness. There were some SN95 spindles, S190, or excuse me, New Edge spindles, whatever, 96 to 04. I don't know how many GT40 intakes, probably seen 3 or 4 or 5 of them, a couple sets of GT40 heads. There was a bunch of Coyote shit that my buddy John Kinter was selling. I actually found a couple aluminum blocks for the 4.6s. I guess that's a big deal with like the Cobra crowd, right? Like the 0304 is finding an aluminum block to use as a core. There was a guy selling a whole damn trailer full of shit. So there was some good deals to be had and good stuff to be bought. And it's not just about just finding the best deals and finding the best parts. It's actually talking and collaborating with the people that actually do the same shit and enjoy the same car passion that you do. So it's not just about finding a deal, even though that's kind of the primary reason, but it's about meeting other people and getting out there, especially, when you're trying to build like a budget race car, or you're just trying to build your, trying to modify your Mustang, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter what genre, what era it's part of, what generation, you're going to find some shit at a swap meet. And it's kind of sad to see, it's not really sad because there are still 2 buildings, which is kind of good. But there used to be like 4 buildings full of shit and people all outside parked with all their shit on their trailers. And it used to be fire, man. I'm telling you what, it used to be fire. So if there's one thing I'm going to talk about with that is, if you get an opportunity to go to like an all Ford swap meet, Carlisle is one of them. I haven't even been to Carlisle yet. And I heard that was fire. Like, I heard there's like just tons of vendors there. So that's on my bucket list next year, is to go to Carlisle to actually experience the swap meet at Carlisle. I'm going to probably still go to my Ford shows because I'm always trying. It's an Ohio show, so I'm always trying to, represent anything in Ohio. Always trying to, take care of the people here at home. You know what I mean? But let me get into Bobby Smith. Hanlon has to get Neo to go to the Pumpkin Run car show in Jersey next year. It would be awesome to meet everyone. That's cool. What's up, James? What's up, James Williams? Good to see you, bro. Let me catch up, guys. Sorry. SRC loving some Hanlon. Yeah, SRC, good people. Good people. They just did a TKX. Go check out Bill's videos. They actually just did a TKX swap in a 55. I'm pretty sure that Billy runs a TKX in Cobra Kai. I know there's one in White Cracker, which is Tony Politano's car. So, what's up, Nathan Tuck? Good to see you, brother. One of the oldest guys on the channel, bro. Appreciate your effort, Nathan. Appreciate you being part of that, man. What year doors are direct bolt on for my 85? 85, 86. Stuart Burke, nothing like a good deal on used stuff. I picked up a freshly rebuilt set of Windsor. I seen them. Although, if you talking about the ones at the swap meet, because I did see a set of Windsors. Tatacoon, my mom and dad both had COVID during Thanksgiving, but they're doing that. That's good, man. That's awesome. So that's one of the problems. My sister, and she had a big family over, and I don't know if it was that, it's just the seasonal, you know what I mean? Or, then that 2 other COVID situations going, it was ridiculous. Cousin Paul actually had COVID. So he's doing good now though. He's in the chat, man. Prayers to you, man. I learned a lot of extra. I appreciate that, John. Craigslist was always a gamble. People got too often. It was dangerous. Marketplace has a face and a profile. That's true. The one problem that I have with Marketplace though too is it's actually a lot easier to scam people. And you got to be really careful with, who you're dealing with, because people will actually say, hey, this is for sale, and like take somebody else's pictures and make a fake profile, and then all they want is Venmo, PayPal, and whatever, or Venmo and Zelly and whatever the ones are that you can't reverse. And then you pay them, and then they block you. And I've seen that so many times. It's just, it looks suspect. You know what I mean? Junkyard driving on a wheelbarrow Wednesday, hit a 6.0 LS for $82. You pulled that thing out, huh? Did you pull that 6.0 out? That's awesome. Yeah, Texig blocks. I guess that's what they called. Is that the aluminum block? Texid. Yeah, I seen one there. The guy wanted $300 for it. I actually called my buddy Dan Watts Racing and see if he wanted another block, because I know he's been having a little bit of an issue with it. So, you got to. I guess with Texas blocks, you got to be real careful, because I guess if the block doesn't square up really good, you could end up wasting your money. You don't know if there's something that was previously wrong before you start the build. So, but I mean, that pretty much goes for any engine for that matter. Trying to catch up here, guys. I saw you down in Columbus. Hopefully it will get back to how it used to be. And that's exactly what I was talking about. That's why I actually put it as the first thing on our list to talk about tonight. I mean, I went down there, and you guys know that I'd be messing around with T5s all the damn time and shit, right? So like this guy, and he's here in chat. I think it's, I don't know where his name's at. Jeremy. We ended up stopping at his booth. I caught, he gave me a hell of a deal on a couple T5s, and he had like a case and a tail shaft. So we're going to clean them and soak them and sandblast them and, get them cleaned out and check the threads or whatever in case they need helicoiled. But like those hard parts are hard to get, like tail shafts and top plates and main shafts and main cases. That's like the hard parts that I call for T5, the forks, the shifting rod. You can pretty much buy a majority of like the gear sets and the rebuild kits and stuff like that from Hanlon. But like it's not uncommon to find a T5 that's been cracked because somebody, over torqued the like drain hole. You know what I mean? That's a common crack right there at the drain hole. Just, people think it needs to go all the way in and it's supposed to stop. That's a tapered, set screw. So you put some thread sealant in it, and you only put it, 20 foot-pounds and be done with it. So anyways, I ended up getting a couple core T5s from the guys that was selling the New Edge and the New Edge stuff. I got a couple cores from him, and then I got something from Jeremy. So you guys will see that in the video. You'll see how much I paid for everything pretty much total. And it was pretty cool. Yes, sir. There's been a couple times where I've seen my pictures of my parts posted by someone else for sale. That's right. It happens. You're talking about Facebook Marketplace. That's for sure. Is COVID still a thing? I guess. What did KP say? Okay. I'm definitely in the need of a TKX or bulletproof T5. Guys, if you got the money set aside and you know you're going to rebuild your T5, you're going to be in it. You can get these T5s on. There's a couple pretty reputable people on eBay and even on Marketplace that sell pretty good rebuilt cores per se. You know, you're going to end up paying $1,500 to have yours rebuilt anyways. You know, I tell everybody, you know, if you've already got like a TKO or, you know, 3550, TKO 500, TKO 600, which need, mind you, 500 and 600 aren't, that's not their ratings. That's just the model number. They're all rated at like 600. Anyways, they just have wide ratio and close ratio. Anyways, if you already have a TKO in your car, Tremec, whatever, you could just go ahead and stab a TKX in it, be done with it. It's pretty much the only thing you do is change the transmission and the shifter base, which you should buy them at the same time. But, you know, people put a lot of faith in a T5. One of the hidden secrets to keeping a T5 alive is running a clutch that's going to slip a little bit. You know, run a single disc, you know, center force or something. You know, I used to run I'll tell you what, I used to run the Spec 3 Plus with an AutoZone disc. And I'm not even kidding with you. You can get an AutoZone clutch for like $100 and it's like warranted and shit. And then you put that disc into a good pressure plate that holds. It's organic disc anyways. It's going to wear out like a brake pad, but it's going to slip and it's still going to hold. I used to run the center force dual friction as well in front of my Spec 3 just to give it, you know, a little bit of slippage. But, you know, it's just one way. It's just, you can make a T5 live. It just depends on how you drive it. I need a T5 and I don't want to try my first rebuild. Yeah, man, that's how you learn, bro. Pimp, it's up to us to recognize scammers ahead of time. I have a friend was robbed at gunpoint from a Craigslist sale. I'd rather not risk that. That's for sure. And that's where we're at. It's just, you know, it gets kind of scary or whatever. You know what I mean? So, moving on. Swap meet, like I said, I shot some video. Guys, I'm not going to shoot video of the inside of a swap meet. I want you guys to just put it on your list. Go to Carlisle. If you're within a state or two from Ohio, go to the Ford swap meet in the spring and in the fall. Even if you're just going to just bullshit, just to walk around, meet some new people, whatever. I think I'm going to start going to the swap meets just to set up like my, you know, my pop-up and sell some merch. I'm going to buy a spot for my black car, you know what I mean? Or the coupe or the white car, and then bring it down and just kind of bullshit with people. And, you know, I kind of miss networking a lot, you know what I mean? And that's one way you can, you know, I don't know how many times I've bought a Fox body from somebody who was like, you know, hey, I got this parts car if you're interested in buying it. And I would give him my card and he would call me next week. Or, hey, I got this or I got that. Or, hey, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that. A lot of sales, a lot of buys, a lot of people that you meet. And you remember those people for like ever. So definitely, you know, definitely the type of stuff that you want to, you know, type of stuff that I want to be, you know, part of or whatever. So anyways, coupe build. So let's move on past that. What's up, Gabe Large in the house? Good to see you. Stick shift dude in Tennessee. Big shout, big shout. Moving on. Coupe builds in full swing. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch the video this past week, you see behind me, that's the Trooper Coupe. We ended up actually spending half of Thanksgiving, like all that stuff's hard mounted, meaning that we're not moving, we're not taking it back off. So like it's not just put on there to show. You know what I mean? We do have a couple braces that we still want to put on for the front, and I got to figure out a hood pin situation. I'm gonna be honest with you, as Ben as this car was in the front, I'm super surprised on how close that Team Z was with their tabs on their front. You know, if your car's wrecked and you don't want to put the Scott Rod Fab stuff in, and you know that core support's all bent up and everything's shifted and shit, I'm going to be honest with you. Team Z is a hell of the Team Z front tubular. As much as people want to call it race car shit, I'm going to be honest with you. You could chop that thing off right at the damn frame rails, and as long as it didn't move the arms left, there's arms at the top that are part of the pillars. So as long as those didn't get bent up and they're still straight, you could put one of these tubular kits on Hell, you could probably still put the Scott Rod Fab things in there. Hell, I don't know, and kind of build your own core. It's pretty nice. What color is the Trooper Coupe? It is the original 1990. I think they called it Raven Black. I think that's what the name of it was. That's what the code was. But that's the original color in 1990 was Raven Black. But it also had the cream top. So we haven't got that part yet. Like I said in my video, we're going to actually vinyl that in. So if I ever want to peel it off, I don't have to paint. You know what I mean? I could just peel it. So that'll be pretty dope. You know, well, it'll have the exact look of a Florida Highway Patrol car, you know, as far as the paint scheme's concerned, and it'll be like my little race car. Like these wheels, guys, these are just roll around wheels. Like, I don't want you guys thinking that's like part of the build. Actually, the RC comps you see right here on the white car are going to be on the front of the coupe. I think I'm going to tint the front lights and the rear lights. I don't think I'm down with the, I don't like the way the lights look on that right now. And to be honest with you, I don't even really like the hood, to be honest with you. I think a stock black hood would look a lot better. I'm gonna be honest. Are those Jeg spikes in the front? No, those are RC Comp Exile S. Yes. The double B locks are in a box over here. Those are we're gonna have the RC comps and the double B locks on the coupe. We're gonna probably work something out with VMS. They got some cool drag wheels that look really cool. We might work something out with them and put the VMS wheels on the white car next year. Yeah, Cobra R hood's probably one of my favorite hoods. For sure. 2.5-inch quick latch for hood latching. Leave the hood pins in the 70s. Okay. Send me a link on that, because that's like the tubular core support with the, I mean, that's kind of one of the things that I'm kind of worried about is the how the hell is this this hood going to strap? You know, I mean, we're going 150, 160, 170 out the back door. You know, hood's going to fly off. Yeah, these Exiles are actually 11 pounds. To give you guys an idea, the rim is 11 pounds and the MH Roadmaster tire is 3. I don't know. I probably saved 12 to 15 pounds each wheel when I took off the SVE wheels off the front of this. What's up, Murphy's Law? It's good to see you, bro. So, you know, we are in full swing with this Trooper build. Like you guys already know, we did all the welding and all the piping as far as like the subframes and the coupe specific cage, 10-point cage. We all did that. We did that at McBride Racing. They actually cut the actual upper and lower torque boxes out and made. Team Z sent me a set to install on the car. So it has its own anti-roll bar. So it's kind of nice. We got all that stuff out of the way early, because a lot of the times when we're building these damn cars, we always go backwards. Like we always put like a bunch of horsepower in it or put a coyote in it. No, I know cages aren't for everybody. I'm not saying that, but they do make some really cool attachment, detachment style sides for your bars on your car. So if you're not really carrying people in the back seat much at all, you know, putting a cage in your car is probably one of the best things you can do, and it's safe. You know, it'll tighten the car up. You know, if you ever kind of do any racing on the weekend or just bullshitting out in the street or whatever, at least if the car, you know, if you wreck the car, it'll protect you. You know, these cars are made from tin cans and bubble gum, so like for real. Yeah, that's for sure. Scary as hell when it comes open at 80 miles an hour. I had my truck hood do that once. My big black lifted truck. The whole hood came up. And the only thing I think of is like, man, I bent my cow panel, and it's just, I got out there and just slammed the hood. I'm like, shit. I got lucky. Got lucky, bro. But anyways, man, that quality looks like ass. It is raining outside. We were supposed to get snow tonight. Like we were under a snow advisory and shit. I just got around to installing the door belt trim I want from you at Christmas. So yeah, Speaking of which, I think I got Hamlin Motorsports here and there. We gotta think about what we're gonna try to. You know, I need to go out there and find some stuff for Fox Days of Christmas. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what Fox Days of Christmas is, last year we gave around like $5,000 in parts, and like the year before it was like $3,000. It's not really about how much stuff we give away. Kind of went off the edge last year. You know, I was just shipping shit everywhere. I think I had NPD and I had, you know, Ram and Hamlin Motorsports and Malwood clutch or the Malwood pedal assembly. I had a lot of shit last year for Fox Days of Christmas. I definitely want to try to do it again this year, but it's not going to be in a larger scale like that. It's going to be probably just a, you know, half dozen or a dozen items that you know, just something to give back. You know what I mean? Give back to the channels or whatever. I'm always, you know, we take some of the money that we make here on the channel and filter it back in, you know, giving some shit away. You guys know, so it's pretty dope. I have a cage on my list. No way I'm running near 100K horsepower without safety measures. You're damn right. You could always use a ratchet strap from the hood, and that's right. Got over 2 inches here today. So yeah, snow's coming, bro. Snow is coming. Trying to catch up here. Did you guys see the let's see if I can present. I don't think I can actually even download it. No, I gotta actually have the video file. Florida life. Come on now. Come on. So the next things we're going to be doing with the coupe is I got to put the, like, what do you guys think? You guys think I should put the tinted headlights and tinted taillights on? I'm telling you what, man, I'm half tempted. The way I'm putting the turbo kit, the engine that I'm putting in first, the way the turbo kit sits, it doesn't need a cowl hood, but you know, the stock hood's kind of heavy. I don't really think there's any excuse me, fiberglass. I don't think there's any fiberglass like stock hoods, is there? Like that would look pretty cool. Like making a stick shift, you know, having this with just like a stock hood, tinted lights, tinted, you know, front and rear. That would be pretty nice. So we got to figure out which engine we're going to put in so I can start getting the K-member and the AFCO shock set up. I'm debating whether I need to want to send my shocks out to TRS, Thomas Racing Service, which he does the extenders. What did Damon say? It's a raining night in Georgia. It's raining right now. It's a wonder. It's a wonder that you guys can't hear it. You guys think I should black out the coupe? So 387 stroker. What do you guys think? How much horsepower the 387 stroker going to make at naturally aspirated, and how much horsepower is it going to make boosted? What you guys' guesses? This damn thing keeps kicking. What do you got? How much horsepower is going to make and why? Yes, Fox Body Brian. Straw Tower Delete's pretty dope. I'm pretty proud of Caleb and Adam for coming up with that idea, man. That's very unique. Weather stripping and window stripping would be a good Christmas gift. I did that last year. Problem is it's kind of a hassle to ship. Not even gonna lie. So Jimmer says 387 make 430. Okay, so we have trick flow 170s, about 58 cc, 57 cc. We did the piston to valve clearance. We put 40 thousandths head gasket crushed, which is just a Felpro PT, or excuse me, 9333 PT1, just whatever. We covered that in the videos. It's going to be on E85 pump, which is like E85. It's going to be with this intake. You see it back here. 730 on boost, 500 NA, compression and head. So the compression is going to be a big one in this because it's going to be like 12-1. It's a little bit higher than we had thought it was going to be. But being it's on E, I'm not real worried about it. We're going to keep timing around 17 or 18 tops, which isn't very much timing for E85 anyways. It should make some pretty good power. It's going to be kind of choked up a little bit because it's got little shorties on it. But again, that shit's just for engine break-in. I got 2 or 3 turbo kits here that, you know, I'm actually going to probably use the 408 kit that came off of the white car with, you know, with the 387. So 423, 730. That's a good guess. You think it's going to make 500 wheel on motor? That's crazy. 369 injected. That's a little bit low there, Super Dave. I hope it makes more than that. Shit, I made, well, what we make? 350 on a speed density turbo kit. 396 NA, 588 on 10 pounds. That's not terrible numbers. It's got a B31 camshaft in it. Now, guys, Anderson Ford Motorsports has some of the best camshafts you can buy. The N41's always been a really good naturally aspirated camshaft. I've always promoted that camshaft for a reason. I also like the Trick Flow Stage 1 as well. So, you know, when it comes to boost, B31's got a great lobe set. All right, Lamar, good to see you, man. I'll see you. I'll be talking to you soon. We're finished. We just finished up his motor, I'm pretty sure. I got to talk to the mad scientist this week, which brings me to my next point as well. If you guys are looking to do some engine, this is build season, so we may consider, you know, bringing some builds into the shop. So if you guys are interested in having the mad scientist build, the same guy that builds the short blocks that we have here on the channel now. I mean, I build a lot of my own shit too, but sometimes, like when you're pushing these motors to 4 digits, you kind of want to have the right guy looking at it. You know, even if you got to travel out of state or whatever, it's best to have, you know, shops that do this every day that are very familiar with, especially he's with the push rod motor, you know what I mean? So what cam? So it is I think I answered that, B31. Guys, it's going in a light coupe. Dan will be hitting second gear in the year. I hope so. $12-1 NA, I would say 450 wheel, boosted to be 750. So, you know, the 387's not going in the coupe, just so you guys know. That's going in the black car. The only reason why the black car is not over here and that motor's not sitting in the engine bay right now is because we have to fix a dipstick problem on our white Mustang. When we went down the Delaware, actually the third race, my buddy the guy I was racing, Justin Corsentino, with that supercharged nitrous badass Honda he owns, he had said, hey, you got a little bit of smoke. You know, he had some smoke come up in the video. And I'm like, you know, I just thought it may be something that was on the track or whatever. But what actually happened is I have a really nice, like, dipstick, aftermarket dipstick, and it's supposed to be a locking one, but it doesn't lock. So there's just an O-ring in it, and it was, you know, in the boost in the car was pushing the dipstick up just enough to where oil can get out. So we're getting little splats of oil here and there, and it's kind of driving me crazy. So we're going to make an actual lock for my dipstick. It's not blowing out. It's just coming up a little bit, which is not a big deal. Damn, 12-1. I got to redo my numbers. 5:30. What do you get? 5:35 a.m. with 6:45 at 10 pounds. That's pretty good. No, the 387 is not going in the coupe. We have some other bad shit going in there. Are you thinking about doing a coyote in the coupe? We will be putting a coyote in the coupe. Is it going to happen when it first hits the track? Well, kind of on, there's a couple things that have to happen for that to make that happen. So we got too many damn options on the channel. It's overwhelming as hell. I mean, I'm always thinking about, well, let's try this. Let's do this. Let's change that. And it's expensive. It gets ridiculous. So that's why we're not messing with the white car much. You know, we're just going to leave the 363 in here with the turbo kit because that shit works. You know what I mean? That car does work. And one of the videos that we're going to be coming out with this week, well, probably next week because I got to get the harnesses out, is we're going to be putting a Terminator X with a, you know, with a modification in the white car because we've been sitting on stock computer long enough, and I wanted to go 890s on a stock computer and stock harness. It's kind of like a little micro record for me, but it didn't happen, and we're not going into 2024 with a stock computer and harness anymore. So we're going to send our shit out and get it fixed for sure. And when I say fixed, I'm gonna say modified. Get that shit modified. But we're gonna run probably 10, 12 pounds on the 387 in the black car, which I know you guys are super excited to see. It's gonna be killer. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good little street car. I'm not gonna push the shit out of it. So anyways, we got the I think it's time for us to learn a new engine, though. I think it's time for the Coyote to be part of the channel and not in naturally aspirated form either. I think we can start with the Gen 1 back here. You know, make 4 digits on a twin turbo. I think that's the goal. We're going to probably run a couple ceramic ball bearing 67s, and we're going to actually use the, you know, just going to build our own turbo kit. I'm not going to buy a turbo kit. I'm going to build that shit here on the channel. And, you know, we're going to mount them right there on the frame rails, and, you know, we're going to spin the shit out of that car. So purposely built. All the stuff that I've learned from my black car and all the stuff I learned from my white car over the years is going to go in this coupe. It's going to be badass. You know, we're going to put some of the best parts that we own in it, the faceplated trans, the RC comps, you know, the AFCO shocks front and rear. You know, it's all full of Team Z shit. That's like $8,000 worth of stuff in there. It's Team Z is the way to go, man. If you're gonna, you know, start really modifying your car to where you need to, they make just about everything for a Fox body, so it's pretty dope. Yeah, we're not gonna run meth though. We're not gonna run water meth. Yeah, it's gonna be when we put the Coyote in, it's gonna be with twins. So the motor, like, I'm still debating whether just to drop the damn thing in there naturally aspirated and forget about it. But they keep telling me that Gen 1 about 700, 650, 700, the rods start to go, the sleeves are just not, they just can't keep up. So I don't want to put a motor in the coupe and it fail right off the bat before we get started. So probably the best thing we need to do is we get to learn the Coyote. We get to rebuild the Gen 1 heads, which I guess are pretty good. And, you know, I guess we have to sleeve it, rod and piston, and it should be good to 900 to 1,000, which is pretty much our goal. You know, we want to make 1,000 on a scramble, on kill, but we don't want to kill our Coyote and make it survive at 4 digits, because I think 1,000 horsepower is a lot to handle in a car that weighs 2,500 pounds. I mean, there's cars that run, you know, 7s that weigh 500, 600, 700 pounds more than that make just about 1,400, 1,300. So we're not here to try to shoot the moon with a moon tune on a twin turbo Coyote. We want to make the horsepower work for the car, and I'll turn it down the most I have to and build from there, just much like I did with the white car. You know what I mean? Just make it a car, make it a killer, man. So we will be doing a Coyote twin turbo build on the coupe at sometime in 2024. So, but it's not the motor we're going to come out with next year. We're coming out with a junkyard block, and we're going to beat the shit out of it, and it's going to go fast. It's going to be fun. You mentioned a cleaver in a video. I want to see that thing working, looking at building one myself. So a cleaver's like a build that I'm going to have. Listen, I'm probably not going to start a build on an engine unless there's actually an opportunity where I can pick an engine up. Like, Cleveland engines are not easy to find to begin with. And I would like to do a Cleveland engine. Cleveland engines are badass, but they just weren't an engine that was, that was easily accessible. Like a 351 Windsor was in trucks, was in vans. I mean, even the 351 Windsor, especially the roller one, like it's just not easy to find. You know what I'm saying? So versus like a 302 block. So, the more harder it is to find the engine. I mean, it's the same thing as like trying to find a Terminator motor. I mean, it's just hard to find them. They're kind of an exotic engine. Would it be cheaper just to get a Gen 2, Gen 3 short block? No. We want to learn we want to learn the engine. Like we know there's variations between Gen 2, Gen 1, and Gen 3, whatever. But from what I understand, the Gen 3 block, I don't know, Hanlon knows what the hell he's talking about. He said something about like the Gen 1 heads or the Gen 2 cams. I don't know. We're just going to make the block survive with the better shit. I don't care what it looks like back there. We're just going to make the block survive. Because I can't, if it makes 700 and it taps out at 700, that doesn't do me any damn favors because we make that already. And we make 150 more than that. I mean, why would I want to go away from my push rod motors that's been working, it's been working the game for a long time for me. When the max out on that motor back there on the stand 700. That doesn't change the game plan though. I mean, we need to learn it. I would like to learn the Godzilla too, but I guess the Coyote motor, I mean, Cletus McFarlane changed his motor, probably for a reason. Coyote's a badass motor, something we need to learn. No, I know what you mean by a cleaver. It's the cleaver heads with the Windsor block. But I'm just saying to find an engine that have cleaver heads. You see what I mean? Just I would want the whole engine. Do you like the Godzilla? I don't know. I can't really like, I'm not going to comment on an engine. Do I like an engine when I haven't even tried it yet? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know anything about this Coyote back here. I could probably put that Coyote in there, run 800 horsepower, and it survived for 3 years, like we did with the junkyard blocks that we do here on the channel. Nobody thought that my 351 Windsor would last that long. That they said, oh, that block's going to split. That block's going to split. Shit, we're rebuilding it. We're going to send it again for the 3rd time. So Gen 1 block with larger head bolt holes, with the longer head bolt holes. Gen 2 heads and cam. Is that what you're saying? Last week I made a 3-hour one trip to G-Force for a walk-in repair. They hooked me up with new second gear set sliders ready for March. Hell yeah, bro. So big shout to G-Force. They hooked you up, man. What do you say? If you want to make over 800, you need the Gen 2, Gen 3. Why do you need that? Because of the sleeves? Gen 3 block, Gen 2 heads, Gen 1 valve train. I think Skylar Hardy's setup is 321. So why would you want a Gen 1? Wouldn't you update? So Gen 1 valve train, wouldn't you update the valve train regardless? I have a bunch of Cleveland Cleaver stuff, but I run a dart block. Predator block, Gen 2 heads with a valve train with a VM pin G3. So what do you say? Well, 351 heads fit on a 94 302 block. Yes, of course they will. You got to run the, make sure you run the, they have like these little top hats or whatever you want to call them, little spacers, because 302 blocks are 7/16 bolt holes and 351s are 1/2 inch. So, I mean, you could just set the heads up with the dowel pins. It's fine. But I defer. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. 351 Windsor heads are, all 351 Windsor blocks are 1/2 inch holes. Like same with aftermarket 8.2 deck motors, like the 363 we have. It runs like an SVO style. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, who's to say we can't just take the Gen 1 block and just update it? Like what needs to happen to that block right there? What needs to happen to that block so I can it'll hold 1,000 on a scramble? The way it sits. Sleeves, rods and pistons, right? Update the valve train. Head studs. That's variable timing, right? Like, I'm new to this shit, man. I mean, I'm a push rod guy. But we will mess with the Coyote on the channel. And we're going to twin turbo it. And that's the only way I'll have the Coyote. It won't be naturally aspirated. It'll be boosted. We'll see what it's all about. But we're going to stay 363 here, and we're going to stay 387 in the black car. And we're going to come out with push rod with the Coupe beginning of the year. You should be good to set 700 with a complete stock short block. We're going to need to make more than that. Stick shift in Ohio. Let me tell you guys the shit that goes through my head. Like, we're going to probably run the point series next year, pending on, the sponsorship with Tremec and because we haven't really talked about that yet because it's not 2024 yet. But if we do the point series again, there's going to be more than just the transmission at stake with my class, the stick shift class. And I've been racing with guys in Ohio, the stick shift this whole year. These guys are just fast. I mean, they're just fast. Front half stuff, 5-second cars. And, you guys know that we do pretty well too with our white car, but we got a little unlucky towards the end of the year, finished the season pretty strong, but like making 700, like, I don't want to deter people from not racing stick shift, but we have to make more because of the people that we race with and I'm around. Like, I'm always racing on like every other weekend with these guys. And, we put some money up, I would like to have the ability to make more than 700 like we were making last year. So if we're going to mess with the Coyote and we're going to do this right, we're going to twin turbo it. We're going to make it last. We're going to make it stronger. And we're just going to represent, you know what I mean? We're going to represent the channel with the stick shift car we got and try to go out there and win some money. That money comes right back to the channel. So shit, all that money that I won down in Delaware, shit, we bought in it. I didn't even bring the damn intake. God, I wanted to show you the parts that I ordered for the 408 here on the channel on live stream, and I didn't bring. They're over in the other shop, so I do apologize. We'll talk about it though. We'll talk about it. Should Stroker or the Coyote? There's a Stroker you can buy. New sleeves and pistons. New sleeves, rods, and pistons. Okay, so the crankshaft I don't mess with, right? I don't need to buy a crankshaft. It's good to 1,000, or I got to get one of them Boss crankshafts or whatever. They're only like $300. Like, I'm literally going to start putting money into the Coyote motor to make it stronger. I have to have it stronger. I don't want to dump it in the car and then hook everything up and do this big bullshit, whatever. I don't want to be, I don't want it to go out there and just like be a dud. You know what I mean? I want to be able to learn the system, learn the motor a little bit, kind of know what I'm doing with it a little bit. Because I'm always trying to preach that on the channel anyways. Like, hey, you want to learn how to, my T5's broke. Well, learn how to rebuild it. I learned how to rebuild it from Bob Hanlon's do-it-yourself CD. If you guys want to learn how to do a T5 rebuild, he still sells them. Hanlon Motorsports still sells the CD that'll show you how to build a T5. So that's kind of where we're at. I learned how to build that a long time ago. I've been, I knew how to build 302s and 351s. I just want to learn a different engine build. You know what I mean? Right. I knew the oil pump gears was an issue. There's also some sort of like gear in the back. By the crankshaft gear in the back. There's something in the back. Oh, we're still going to be hurting feelings with push rods, Gabe. Like this Coyote thing is going to be kind of a drop it in for Mod Nats 2024 type shit. Like, it's going to take all year to build. So there's going to be another motor in the Coupe that we're going to be shaking. I mean, I got to shake the car down. Like right now, I got my white car set up to where I know it works. The whole car works. No matter, the car doesn't give a shit what motor's in front of it. So the motor's got to be, so then I can focus when I know the car is working suspension-wise, when I know the car's working, when the cage, it's safe, the chute works, the car works, the transmission works, and everything's happy, then I can put a big block in front of it if I want. It doesn't matter. I mean, each engine is a little bit different that runs. I could put the Coyote in the white car and it worked really good. But that's kind of I trust that car. That's why we did all that safety shit on the Coupe to start with. I have to learn to trust this car and dial it in. Not just the car. I mean, the chassis, the way it leaves, the way, the anti-squat. I got to figure out the transfer, the limiters. I got to figure out everything on that car before I can then I can put whatever motor I want in the damn thing. It's going to drive a little bit different going from a push rod to a Coyote because there's half the boost. I mean, push rod makes 12, 15 pounds of boost, and it's a little rocket. Coyote will lean a little bit more on boost, 20, 25, 30 pounds. So I'm starting to get into that, more boost area. It's a little bit of a different scenario. So definitely going to enjoy using it though. I'll be happy to have an 11. Man, let me tell you what, ain't nothing wrong with having an 11-second nitrous Fox body. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm excited to hear about what you come up with the stick shift. So we're definitely going to be doing. I actually have one of the guys that's going to be racing with us is going to donate some stuff. I'm going to try to go out and get some money for the class. I actually started a subscription base, like Facebook. Like on my Facebook page, there's like a subscription based, much like the membership stuff that goes on here. And I'm thinking about, hey, if you want to subscribe to this or whatever, this is exactly where, the nice thing about the Facebook page is, whatever like our membership here on the channel, YouTube takes like 30% of it, but on like Facebook, I think they give you the whole 100%. So what I'm thinking about doing is saying, hey, if you want to donate towards the class next year, like on that page and all the racers, I might just end up donating that money to each stick shift points race that we have. So I already seen a little bit of the schedule. I already kind of know what's coming up. As far as I didn't see the schedule, but it's coming out tomorrow. I kind of have an idea on what races are going to happen. There's still half of the races that are, haven't been, scheduled yet. So we don't know. There's still, I know D team's got some stuff coming out tomorrow early. So we can, and I know Josh Robinson at World Series of No Problem. I think he's going to have his schedule out too. So it'd be pretty fire. I'm going to try to collaborate with all that. So it'd be some good times. Hell yeah, Mustang guy, member for 20 months. I appreciate you being a member on the channel. You think the Coyote is lighter or heavier than a 351 base? It's about 75 pounds lighter. From what I was told, 50 to 75. Is that right? I don't know, Hanlon. Help me out here. All right, KP. I appreciate you stopping in, bro. It's a good game plan on the Coyote. Do a ton of research on it before diving in. That's, we've been pushing junkyard shit here on the channel for many years. And doing that to this Coyote back here would definitely be something that I would be interested in doing. But if it's going to lean, if leaning on it at 650, 700 is going to break the motor, first of all, I don't want to be running over my fucking rods anyways. I don't want to oil down a track that I'm part of, that I'm racing with, and I don't want to, put anybody else in danger or whatever. 700 is just not going to make it. It's just not going to work. I mean, they say, yeah, it'll last. It won't, whatever. I already got a motor that's a badass unit that we just took apart here on the channel. The 408's a bad motor. You guys see me take it apart. It looked damn near, just put it back together and run it, but we're going to refresh it up. I just did a whole bunch of updates to that motor to begin with. So that'll probably be the motor that we stick down in the Coupe to start the season with a different style intake. A lot of guys on my Facebook page was talking about, oh, he's going carburetor. That's 100% not what we're doing. But you're hearing that here right now, an hour into my live stream. For those folks that stuck around, I appreciate it. But we bought an EFI. So Anderson Ford Motorsports, Donnie B hooked us up on the channel. They didn't give us the stuff, so don't think that. but they did give us a little bit of a discount, like a Black Friday thing. So big shout out to Donnie B at the Anderson Ford Motorsport. We ended up buying a big Super Vic single plane EFI intake with rails from Donnie, and we also got the elbow. So we're going to be running a different style intake on the 408. We really think that the Box R was a little bit limiting for the 408, even though it made some really good horsepower. But we're just going to send it again, man. This will be the third time that motor's been boosted in 7 years, and it's a junkyard 351 block that was just block prepped. But you get it mic'd up and block prepped by the white people, and the tune's good. Shit just lasts. You know what I mean? So, don't ever think that the 351 Windsors can't hold some power, because shit, we've been holding 1,000 crank at that motor for a number of years. So. You're going to be running hydro boost brakes or manual brakes with the Coyote? Probably manual brakes. Like I said, I gotta be able to trust the damn thing. You know what I mean? I gotta trust the car before I race it. The white car is still going to be my car. That's why we're hooking up with Dan at MF Customs. We got a couple boxes over there on the shelf that he's going to be updating. And that's something you guys are going to want to listen to on this channel. I'm telling you. Got this shit coming from MF Customs that I didn't really realize. That's going to make the Terminator X install that much easier. Because you guys know we're going to go Terminator X so I can boost control the white car. Down in my area, a place called Finish Line Performance. Brian is the owner, and he has done a ton of builds on Coyotes. Tuning and power out. Our shop is in Milford. Maybe pick his brain. I'm going to be honest with you. I just want to be able to learn. Like, if I got questions, I got some people that I can call and ask. But, tuning a Coyote... And, tuning's tuning. Like, it applies, whether you tune micro squirt, mega squirt, binary editor, fuel tech, Holly, Terminator X, Dominator. We're going to have the Dominator on the Black Coupe anyways, because I need the extra inputs for like the drive, the drive shaft sensor. We're going to need the extra inputs for the Coyote anyways. So, we figured we'd get rid of one of our Terminator kits, and we'll just end up putting a Dominator in it. Just get the extra money for it. You know what I mean? Just do it right. Buy once, cry once. So we'll be running the Dominator on a 408. Because I don't know. That could change tomorrow. I could end up putting that Coyote in there, but that's probably not going to happen. It just wouldn't sit right. I mean, what would I be proving then? Hey, a 700 wheel on a Coyote truck junkyard motor, and then like it breaks. And then what? Like, then I get you should have did this, you should have did that. You know what I mean? You get all that feedback. So the older 351 blocks will hold over a 1K according to the web. Yeah, they got a lot of nickel in them. They're just strong blocks. You put a girdle on a 351 and zero balance it, it's going to hold some power. That's what we did with the 408. But I gave away the 408 gets new parts. That's basically what that is. That's what we're talking about. Is we're going to switch intakes. We're going to go to a carb style EFI. That'll definitely make a difference with it. So about an hour and 5 minutes in, hour and 4 minutes into the stream. If you guys got some questions for me. So you guys think it's going to make, so majority of the people think it's going to make about 400 wheel naturally aspirated for the 387. It's going to be torquey as hell too. That thing's going to make some damn torque naturally aspirated. It's going to make some Coyote power. Like Coyote, I think Gen 3 Coyotes are pushing 500 now naturally aspirated. 480. They're beefy as hell. I don't know, man. I'm excited to find out. Now, keep in mind that we tune on a Mustang dyno. My Mustang dyno is greedy. It eats people's horsepower. Some people come down there and think they're going to make 500 wheel, and they end up walking away with like 390 and pissed off. I've seen it. I don't know how many times. It took me 1 year, 3 weeks to get my small block Ford COP Holly Dominator. Damn. Are they like still on back order or something? Someone else might be joining in on the stick shift racing next year. Who's that? Gabe, are you coming up? Are you coming up to Ohio to race this point shit? I'm trying to set it up for those guys that actually follow us from the page and follow us on the stick shift shit that we got going on next year. I'm trying to set it up to where it's 8 races and they're spaced out enough. And they're spaced out enough that, you know, people that come from out of state can, you know what I mean, can have enough time to get their shit right in case they blow it up or have to tweak it or shake it down or whatever. Because no prep is, people think the no prep's like the wild, wild west, and it's kind of like that, but it's pretty organized. It's just as much organized, if not more, than some of the stuff that you might go to bracket racing on a Saturday night. And it's, you know, it's always got, you know, medical staff and people, you know, good people that runs the events and stuff. So, you know, you go to the front half or the back half of the track or start 100 feet out or whatever. It's pretty cool. Old Man Hoskins might come out with this new card. Stick shift. Did you get a chance to enjoy Thanksgiving with putting body panels on the coupe, which always takes longer than expected? Not at all. Nah, I'm just kidding, dude. I actually got a chance to wrench on that shit with my dad, man. It's crazy. I did get my parts, the intake, though, Donnie. You got a Dominator? Did you say you had a Dominator in stock? I know I will be attending some, but schedule will most likely determine which my boy's still in high school. Okay. So we're going to do 5, just so you guys know, we're going to do 5 front halves and 3 back half races next year. There's going to be 8 stick shift point series races. And then there's going to be 2 rain outs just for the point series. Like that's not, you know, I like to collaborate with D Team because they're good friends of mine and they do an amazing job at every event. It's organized, it's well ran, and it's, you know, it's done right. So I want to support them, and I want to support that no prep company because they're probably the best in the country. So, you know, I just humbled to be able to, you know, make some stick shifts, you know, do some stick shift shit with stick shift friends in that class, you know, and they kind of let me run with the ball. I had a little bit of fun with everybody, but question. What do you say? Question 306 E303 old school trick flows. Nice. What push rod should I run? You're definitely going to want to check the length of that. What push rod style? Trick flow, 5/16 80 wall. It'll be fine. Call up Trick Flow. Let them know I sent you. What can that Dart 363 hold as far as power? The one I got, I don't have a Dart 363. I have a Ford Racing block. But as far as 363s, I think they can hold what, 1,200, 1,500? If not more. That's a 4-bolt main. Does your dad drive his Fox? Yes. He actually just started driving it this year. I'll have to check. So if you guys don't know who Donnie B is one of the lead sales tech tuner at Anderson Ford Motorsports. So if you got any supercharger, any Holly, God, you sell a bunch of Anderson stuff, the N41 camshaft, you know, old school, baby. Always supporting the 90s. Anderson Ford Motorsports was one of the first. So that's who's here in the channel here. He's actually the guy who did the video that we're going to reference in our video that when we collaborate with MF Cut. I know it's confusing, but you guys got to see this shit. Why no sale on Fox MF Customs Terminator X kits? Well, he's probably selling them third party to begin with. So that would be up to Dan and MF Customs, which he's here in chat. Yell at him. Here he is. We have them on sale through tomorrow. Just the adapters, not the full kit. Loaded question on push rod length because block. That's right. Now, if he was asking for length, there's no way I'm going to mention that. I mean, that could be anywhere between 6 point. What is it? Could be anywhere between 6.20 and like 6.45. It could be could be a 1/4 inch of difference there. So can't wait to order my B31. That's the camshaft that's in the 387, just so you guys know. I got that B31 camshaft from Donnie B a couple years ago, didn't I, Donnie? So it's a good boost cam. We made damn near 800 on it with the 363 years ago when it was first in the white car, because we had the 363 in the white car first, and then we took it out, had to rebuild it, and then we put the 408 in there, did really well with it. Now it's back in the white car. So anyways, that was the camshaft that was originally in the 363, because that's just the shit I had sitting on the shelf, but now it's all custom and everything. So, but that's a badass camshaft. It should serve the 387 pretty well. You know I'm old when what do you say? You know I'm old when every time I hear Dominator, my first thought is like, that's right. Yeah, they have a nice push rod length checker for sure. Trick flow. They have really good push rods as well. Really good ones. So anyway, just so you guys know, if you're going to be following a lot of the stick shift stuff that we do next year, I do a lot of stuff on Facebook page at Neomustangs, which is pretty easy to find. I update that page a lot more than I do. It's a lot easier. We've been working on the Facebook page platform for a while, and it's a grind. It's a struggle as much as it is on YouTube. Like it's slow, but it's steady. So the nice thing is it builds a specific audience of, racing enthusiasts and car builds. And I'm able to do a lot of the updating just by creating a quick thumbnail and hashtagging or whatever. So if you guys are going to follow a lot of that, go check out the page and follow it or whatever. It's a lot easier to get more information on. I do try to share some of that stuff here on the channel, on live stream and in some of my videos, like we did with the Delaware race. So, like when the Delaware race was going on a couple of weeks ago when we were down in Delaware, I was actually updating round by round there. It's a lot easier to do it that way and show it than it is to upload it to YouTube, to be honest with you. So, and the network was just really bad down there because like so many people were there, like to go live was just not happening. So I couldn't do that on YouTube either. So take it easy, Damon Rice. So what's coming up this week? We are probably going to do a couple things to the Coupe. I'm not going to put it on, probably just talk about it in live stream because it's going to be a build that's going to take a while. I got to get the white car ready it's still going to be the car that comes out in early 2024, but it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do some changes to it that are going to make, probably make a big difference horsepower wise. Maybe not, just the way it drives. But, the Coupe, it has all of its parts. Big shout out to Team Z for the effort that they have for the, they put in the trust that they put in with me in the car. But, we're going to get a couple Kirky seats, get the interior, get the glass in it, put the, get the trunk in it. It's going to still look true street drive, daily driver, true street. It's still going to look pretty badass. We're going to tint the window or tint the lights and start getting the front tube of the K member and start getting ready for the, the engine. So we very well may have it shook down by May or June to start competing. But yeah, we don't know yet. We got to figure it out. Time to put that Coupe on a diet. I'm pretty sure. How much do you think before I go, how much you think that car going to weigh? How much do you think the Coupe's going to weigh with all the interior, just the plastic, no rear back seat? How much you think that car going to weigh? Hanlon? Good night, Clifton. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Oh, y'all want to do a banner giveaway? Is that with me? Listen, without me in it. How much you think is going to weigh without me in it? That's my last banner. Shit. I think this is my last banner. Damn, it is. Hey, Hamlin, I need some banners, bro. You got any? Big 6-footer. Got a Stifler's banner here. I'm gonna still 2,800 without me in it. What? That's heavy, boys. If that thing, if it weighs anywhere near 2,800, we're gonna have to go back to. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. We're gonna be putting fiberglass doors and roofs and. 2750 with driver. I weigh 215, 210. I'd be eating too much protein. I'll be breaking shifters. Hey, Henry, you gonna send me another one? Bro, I'll be breaking shifters and shit, bro. I eat too much. They tell me I eat too much protein, bro. Snap that thing clean off, bro. Too much face planting. So hashtag Stiflers on the Stiflers banner. If it's 2,400, you're going to be flying. Listen, it's going to be between 24 and 25, and it's still going to look. It's still going to have its interior. It's going to have Kirky seats. It's going to have plastic in it. It's going to have, it's going to have carpet. You know what I mean? It's still going to look like a car. And I'm still going to be able to drive it. I could drag and drive it if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So my car weighs 2,400. That's all chrome moly, RJ. We should weigh it. When we get the AFCOs on and we get the tubular K member in, we get some of the interior, and I think I'm going to weigh it before I drop the motor in it just to see. But hashtag Stiflers if you guys want the banner, and we'll do a giveaway. You got any banners, Andrew? Like, I mean, how many do I need to buy? I got to get a hold of Tremick and Team Z and see if I can't get some more banners from some of these other sponsors. So you putting the 410 in first, right? Yes. Because we want to learn the Coyote. Dude, we haven't taken a Coyote apart yet. I went down to the damn swap meet and see my buddy John Kinter, man. He had like 4 Coyote motors. It was like, what? Where'd all these come from? Let me tell you what, man. Stick shift in Ohio is fitting to get really fast. Like John Kinter's coming out with a damn Coyote or a 363 with a turbo. I know my man Cody Hartman's changing from a supercharger. He already makes 1,000 horsepower. He's like, I got to make more. And I'm like, why? Tyler Garlick always be beating my ass. Tyler's a good friend of mine, man. You know what? All these guys is good friends of mine. I don't mind losing to them. I just, I enjoy. We're going to be doing some traveling like we did down in Delaware. We're going to go out. We're going to bring, raise a little bit of awareness with stick shift shit. You know what I mean? I really hope the class gets bigger next year. I know that some folks want to slow it down, but I mean, I don't know, slowing it. Stick shift cars are stick shift cars. I mean, it only goes so fast, really. See you later, Dan. So, hey, Neo, what is the rear suspension setup in the white car? Viking. I saw you getting some deals yesterday at the swap. There's a lot of good parts there this year. Yeah, so there was only like a handful of Fox body like vendors there, but there was a couple of the folks that I've been vendoring with for years. You know what I mean? They had some really good shit, for sure. There was some good stuff. I'm always telling everybody, man, you just get out there and just enjoy, just networking with people. You know what I mean? So we'll go a little bit more, and then I'll pick a winner. Whoever wins, You got to email me your address, Neomustangs at Hotmail. Also have merch too if you guys want to buy some of that. Really need to just stop playing and so this will be the email. The Pro Stick Racing Group that I race is awesome, like a big family. Nice. That's kind of how we are too. What's the best turbo I can use for a Mustang? 302 standard box, the stock bottom end, 70 millimeter. On 3 sells a really nice 7068. We run actually a 7081. They actually haven't. If you're gonna do a stock bottom end turbo build, get a 7068 with an 81 housing. Trust me, it works. Got to remember that 410 is cast iron everything. She's heavy. That's right. That turbo heavy. You have a full size rad heavy, all glass. Man, stop it. Stop with all the weight. My car's gaining weight just listening to you talk. Just stop. All right. So let me pick somebody here. Just random. I'm still in the 860 Fox. Congratulations, you were on the Stifler banner. She thick. I agree on that. Man, that car weigh like 1,600 pounds right now, and y'all trying to make it way more. You're crazy. 860 Fox. Make sure you hit me up with an email where I'm sending this to. I just put that up here. Send it here. Because of damn rain. All right, here we go. We good? Did you get the saw cut off the wheel? Stop. I can still see y'all damn. Look at you. I thought he was in deep thought. So, shit, son. I was thinking about how heavy my car was getting just listening to Hamlin talk. He's over here chirping. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to come up there with a Sawzall and a cutoff wheel. Why are you going to drill all kind of little holes in my interior? Is that what you're going to do? Swiss cheese it? Is that what you're trying to do? Anyways. All right. So I got a swap meet video that I did for you. It wasn't super fancy or whatever, but we did get some really cool shit you guys can check out. Make sure you guys follow us there. Make sure you're checking out our videos. We got some stuff we're going to be doing with the 387. So it's going down in the black car this week. And we are sending out some stuff. Hopefully we get it back really quick so I can make a cool video on it of the getting ready to go right into Terminator X with the white car. So LRB, we're putting stock, and dude, I'm gonna tell you what, we're just gonna put the car together, and then what it weighs, but it's gonna be light. It's gonna be light. Why is it all fuzzy? You guys seeing the fuzzy shit? Come on. They're not clear. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why it's got to be the weather. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. It's gonna weigh what it weighs. We're still gonna have some fun with it. I'm pretty excited to crack that coyote open and start learning how to rebuild it. Yeah, it's in a slight lag. That's all right. We'll call it a night. All right, guys. For the most part, we got a couple good videos coming up this week, and I appreciate you guys following me for an hour and a half, talking some shit with some Fox Body friends. You know, I'm always trying to push things on the channel to keep you guys motivated, get your shit off the jack stands, because that's pretty much what I try to do when when I make videos like I did this past weekend with the Coupe. So we're gonna continue working on this shit. We're gonna continue, trying to get faster, trying to be competitive. We're gonna look forward to, Fox Days of Christmas and taking 2 or 3 months off. I'll be itching to race it by February, March, anyways. So I appreciate everybody for what they do here on the channel. Big shout to 860 Fox for winning the. Oh shit! Thanks for the super sticker as well. Big shout out to 860 Fox for winning the banner. We'll get that out to you. Matter of fact, I got to tape that. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to motivate you guys. Get your shit off the jack stands. Have some fun. Get out there and network. Got some cool shit. Got some cool shit coming up on the channel soon. So I'm pretty excited to see what that 387 makes. So good live tonight. Yep, hell yeah. We'll if you guys are interested in doing a themed live stream tomorrow, comment or Sunday. Comment, let me know what you guys think. My members, I usually ask my members in chat, what you guys would like the live stream about, like a working live stream or a whiteboard or whatever. So good night to everybody. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Thanks so much for being part of the channel, and big shout out to my members, my sponsors. Thank you guys for everything. We'll see you soon in the next video. Get your shit off the jack stand. Stay motivated. Have a good night.